pleased to be joined by Orange women's lacrosse star Emma Tyrrell today from the Final Four. And Emma, let's start with that. How does that sound again to be back at the Final Four now for the second time of your career?
It is just so exciting. I honestly am just super lucky to be able to come back here another time. And yeah.
So how did it hit you, like, now that you're there differently than last time? You know, when you're a sophomore and it's all new to you versus, you know, having to fight and scrap and get back there your senior year. How does it hit you differently this time?
It definitely means a lot more because being a sophomore when I first went, I was like, honestly, I know it was only 2 years ago, but I feel like I've just like grown up, I guess, much more like as a player and as a person. And it's just such a more personal feeling for myself because when I kind of was my sophomore year, there's a lot of stuff going on that season and I wasn't really like expecting much and we just got there, but now I've worked so hard to get to where we are right now and I'm just grateful for it.
Yeah, I mean, thinking back to that year 2 years ago, and you guys made the national championship game, and I don't know if it's ironic or not since they're there every year, but you played Boston College, so they'll be playing on Friday this week. But it felt like, you know, somebody was being lost for the season to injury like every week that year. It was like, how is this team still winning to get to that point? It was almost a miracle you guys made it through. This year, I don't want to say it feels inevitable, right? But it's like, hey, you guys have stayed mostly whole the whole season. Do you feel like you're in a much better place this time to go win the thing than you did 2 years ago?
Definitely. Honestly, I think us having all the pieces that we need, like we've lost a few great players along the way just to injury, but we've had to fight through like adversity before and we're doing it now. And I think we've just been able to really put ourselves in a great spot to win this thing.
What would it mean to this year's team to win the whole thing? You know, in the historical context of the program. You guys know this team's been after this for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us have been playing together since that one time we went to the national championship 2 years ago, and it would just be awesome for us as a team and a program. I think it would just really help kind of like, I don't know where I'm going with that, sorry. It would just really help like the program, just for everyone to see like how far we've come.
Yeah, and it's been, you know, a constant climb here for the last decade plus to get back to this point again, and another chance to win the national championship as Emma Tyrrell is our guest here. And Emma, you know, you guys were, I don't want to say cruising along, but I mean, it was a battle, and you're undefeated late in the season. Then you've got those two losses to BC and Carolina, and it's like, man, where is this team at? I think you answered that pretty definitively in the first two rounds. How are you guys able to, you know, kind of shake those two games off and, you know, get back to your dominant selves to start the tournament?
Yeah, I honestly think those two games are kind of just like revival games for us after we lost the two in the ACC and in our regular season. It was just something that, not that we needed, but it was just honestly like a nice rude awakening to like tell us things that we need to fix before we go into the postseason, which is honestly the most important part of the season. So being able to like have those losses and learn from them, especially to some great teams, it really just sets us up really nice for this post-season tournament.
Did the week off between the ACC tournament and the NCAA, was that helpful? Did that allow you guys, you know, a moment to just kind of cleanse the palate, I guess, to get restarted? Yeah,
definitely. I definitely think that we did a lot of like learning during that week off, and we had a lot of rest, which was nice instead of games back to back to back. So it definitely was helpful.
Emma Tyrrell is with us, and obviously we know you and your sister have been here together for a long time now, for the last 4 years, and Megan's obviously been here for 5. Take us back to that moment in the BC game where Megan became the all-time leading scorer on an assist to you. Did it hit you right away? When did you guys realize what had been accomplished?
Honestly, funny enough, we both had no clue. I don't know if you could tell by, I know there was a bunch of videos posted of it, but we had no clue that was the point. I just thought that was just pretty much explains like who the type of people that we are. Like we just had no clue. We were just out there playing, and afterwards everyone said it to us and they were like, it's just crazy how it was you two doing it for each other. And it honestly was just, it made me super happy.
All right, who in your family was most excited when that went down?
Definitely my parents. They were very excited to see that, like Megan getting her all-time point leading with an assist to me. That was just something that they could never dream of.
And, I mean, obviously you guys have both had stellar careers. I'm curious about you. I mean, this is your senior year, but you, like your sister, taking advantage of this year. Like, you've got another year if you want it. Have you gone through that decision-making process yet?
Yeah, I have. And I'm pretty set on coming back, which is awesome. So I'm very excited for that.
Okay, I'm sure Orange fans are excited for that too, coming back. I guess it's one of those things, right? Like, not many get the chance to take advantage of it. Like, why turn it down at this point?
Yeah.
Huh? So, not quite done with the Tyrrells yet. Not quite done with this season yet, as Emma Tyrrell is our guest here. It is Boston College this weekend. And, it feels inevitable in these seasons. You're going to run into, a Maryland or a Carolina or a Boston College or a Northwestern. And it is BC that is first up in your path. What is this game? I mean, it was an unreal game, a one-goal game in the regular season. Like, what has to change this time around for you guys to get them back for how they got you a few weeks ago?
I honestly think the coaches the first time had a great game plan for us. We kind of had a hard time the second half of the game we played previously with them, sticking to that game plan. So I think as long as we just stick to the game plan they initially had set for us, we'll be able to do what we want with them.
How do you handle the wait for this game? Because the game one is Northwestern, and they'll be taking on Denver, and that's at 3. Your game is scheduled at 5:30. I think we all know this. Like, the odds of it starting on time are like almost zero.
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys handle the afternoon to, you got to be ready for 5:30, but there might be a wait in there for you?
Yeah, I mean, either way, we always just get ready at the times that we normally would, and if it gets pushed back, we kind of just do some more game prep, like going through some notes we have and all that, and we just make sure we're ready to go.
What do you think the emotions will be like on Friday? Will it be excitement? Will it be pressure? Will it be something else? So what hits you guys when you get ready for big games like this?
Definitely excitement, and I'd definitely say a little bit of hunger to get a win against them. So I think it's going to be a great vibes all around.
Speaking of hunger, you guys, I know this. Anytime you travel, I don't know how it is. It's like you guys have an internal radar. You find the nearest Wegmans. Have you guys as a team accomplished that yet down in Cary?
We have not. We've gotten, I think we're going to a Whole Foods for lunch, actually. So I guess that's the closest thing we can get.
I'll say this though, Emma. If you guys want, I have done the work. I've looked at a map. I think there is one within 15 miles. If you guys want to change your itinerary for later today.
Talk to the coaches.
Not to throw your whole day off here, but I know what you guys like down there, so I don't want you to miss out when you get the chance. There's some good vibes down there in Cary for Syracuse. That's where the men's soccer team won the national title back in the fall. You think you can capture any of the vibes? I don't know if they left any behind in December, but it's been a good field for the Orange here of late.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually just told that this is the hotel the men's team stayed in, so definitely some great vibes coming from that. And yeah.
Okay, same hotel as well, so that's good stuff. All right, how do you handle the rest of the week? We're sitting here on Wednesday. Like, the Final Four experience is different. Like, usually you show up on a road game the day before, you maybe do a quick walkthrough, you play the game the next day. How is this week and the lead up to Friday night different than you handle a normal road game?
Honestly, it's pretty much going to be the same, except I guess we're going to be here a little bit longer, but that's just practice times for practice days, and everything else will pretty much stay the same as what we do when we're at home going to an away trip. We're just going to make sure we get our final preps in and all that.
All right, Emma, good stuff. Good luck this week. Hopefully you guys take care of business on Friday, and we're watching it again on Sunday. But regardless, it's been fun to watch you guys this season, and best of luck this week.
Thank you.